Hello there, and welcome back to my channel. So let's continue with the idea of the call flow and steps. Okay. This video is concerned with step number one. It's called the call opening. I was saying that this step is of a great importance. It kind of sets the mood of the call. Okay. And here comes into play many of your skills. And one of them is your English. Okay, because it goes this way: you receive a call, you accept the call instantly. There are some systems that you get the call, you don't have to accept it, it's just fallen to you. You just listen the ring and you answer the call. And all of us begin with this sentence: thank you for calling customer service. This is Marvin. May I please have your name and last name? That is key. Why it's so important? Because many times your customer will be based in the United States. It will be what we call a gringo, and they want to communicate their concerns with someone who is able to understand the language, will understand their concern, and will not have an issue, and besides that will be able to solve his problems. So this opening is very important. If you have hesitate to answer, or if your accent is thick, meaning you have a strong accent of Latino or Filipino, then it's not a good start. The customer will get annoyed immediately if your accent is not there. Okay. Besides the wording, it plays an important role, your tone of voice. Let's go over it again. Thank you for calling customer service. This is Marvin. How can I assist you today, sir? May I please have your name and last name? The tone of voice. You sound firm, confident, and that you are the right one to solve the customer's concern. Okay, that's very important. If you, which will happen to you at the beginning, if you sound nervous, if you sound unsure and uncertain of yourself, the customer will notice it right away. And this thing happens many times, and it might happen to you too. Okay. um, that if the customer is not understanding you, he or she will demand to speak to your supervisor, and many a times they will be mean to you. And because we have to understand this, the customer is calling the company because they have a problem and they want that problem to be solved. That's it. They don't care about anything else. They don't care if you speak good English, or if you're based in the United States or somewhere else. They just want their problem to be solved. And if they encounter, first thing they encounter is someone who does not understand or speak English well, then they don't want to talk to you. They just want to solve their problems. It gets really mean if you don't work on it. By the way, in our practices, we can do a role play dealing with an angry customer. Okay, I'm going to give you a bit of this. I mean, I'm not even through with the call opening. Okay, uh, let's say the customer senses that you are not there with your English, that you are not understanding him. You don't understand. He's just talking to you, answering back nonsense. So he or she will go right away. I'm sorry, Mister Whatever your name is. I don't understand the word you're saying. May I please talk to your supervisor? And then you will struggle to keep the call because you don't want to send that call to your supervisor, because your supervisor will say, well, you're not handling that call well. What's wrong with you? You should be able to solve it. And then you're struggling, but then the customer is insisting in getting to talk to your supervisor. And if you send the call to the supervisor because of language problem, that's an issue for you. And they will be mean. They Customers will be mean to you then. They will say, listen, I don't know if you're based in the Philippines. I don't care. I just need to talk to your supervisor. Get me. I don't want to talk to you anymore. And then you're freaking out. And that's when you have to keep control of yourself. But how will you keep control of yourself? Well, by showing your skills. And one of the skills you have to have is the language, how to speak well, how to use the ideas to flow into your mind. And how do you get that? By practicing a lot. Okay. So this is the first step. And we haven't gone through the cold flow, all of it. First step. Thank you for calling customer service. This is Marvin. How can I assist you today, sir? That's beautiful. When they hear you that, okay, these guys understand what I'm saying. It might be the case that we all have an accent because we're not Americans, we're not gringos. But if you communicate your ideas with ease and confidence, then there's no problem. They'll be happy with you. They say, well, that's good. I found someone who can understand and speak English. Thanks God. Customers are fed up with many of us who are not able to speak well. But if you are planning to go and enter the call center, then I can help you. Okay. Wait for the second video on the second step of the call flow. Okay. This is the first one. Just be opening. Bye bye.